All right. Coolio. We are going to start. Slightly different format tonight. As you'll see, I'll explain it as we go. But let's get cracking. So we're going to start by opening up the hips and the shoulders. We're going to do a reverse lunge, drop the knee to the floor, but reach tall with the hands, and then step back up. We need 5 of those on one side. And up. So you notice that I'm not sitting on the back leg. I drop the back knee to the floor and reach tall. I need 5 on one side with a little 1 second hold at the bottom, and then up. Once I've finished 5 on one side, I'll do 5 on the other, making sure that the lunge is nice and straight, and stand. So when I'm in that position, I'm trying to get the hands away from my hips and my knee. Good. Once you've got 5 on each side, we're going to come into a nice wide stance. And we're going to start slowly sending the hips side to side. So we're squatting onto each leg, and every few repetitions we're starting to get deeper and deeper until the hips are as low as they can go, and then we're moving that side to side. And once we're as low as we can go, we're going to get 3 each way. Last ones for me. Good, and then stand. Beautiful. Whew, good job. Come down to all fours. Hands down in that press-up position, and then we take a press-up position. But from there, we're going to come up into a downward facing dog, hips high to the ceiling, pushing the floor away, and slowly pad one heel down to the floor at a time. Good, nice and steady. Come back to that press-up position. Lower all the way down to the floor. In that press-up position, pick your hands up, keep them off the floor all the time, lift them as high away as you can, bring them up above your head, keep them looking down, all the way back out, same again, rising up, over your head, as far as they'll go, out, slowly bring them back in, keeping them off the floor, keep the shoulder blades squeezed, plant the feet into the floor, squeeze the tummy tight, hands down, and press. Hold the top of the press up. Okay, stay in that press up position. And what we're going to do from here, keeping the arms straight, keeping the tummy tucked and the pelvis tucked, is you're going to push the floor away and return back to the top of the press up. Push, return back. Good, get 10 repetitions there. Okay, in the top of that press up, I'm just pushing the floor away. Getting the shoulder blades to spread. Good, a few more reps. Awesome. Great stuff. Nice and slowly over to a seated position, and we're just going to open up the lower back a little bit now. So we're going to lay down flat, arms out wide, and we're just going to roll over, bringing one knee down towards the floor, back over, lie flat, change sides. 5 of these each way. If you've got the room to be able to swing the foot up towards the hand, you can definitely do that. Trying to keep both shoulders down on the floor. If you haven't got the room, just try and bring the knee up towards the elbow on each side. Good. Once you've had 5 each side, that's our warm-up done. Okay, so how things are going to work this evening are, we've got 2 exercises that we're going to pair 3 times through. It's actually 4 exercises. Okay, we are starting with a squat hold. So we're going to hold a squat around about 90 degrees, okay? So you have your feet in your comfortable squat position, just outside of shoulder width is the likelihood. Okay. and your toes will point to about 10 and 2 or 11 and 1, okay? Knees travel in the same direction. We get to a point where your hips are around about level with your knees, and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. The next 15 seconds, which will take us to 45 obviously, will just be a squat jump. Full range squat jumps, as many as we can get into that 15 seconds, okay? In the 15-second transition time, we drop down to the floor, and we'll do 30 seconds, of normal, regular old press-ups, okay? You can choose whether or not that's on your knees or on your hands, but we will get 30 seconds of good controlled press-ups. Then the 15-second element here is going to be a sprinter where we change one knee in, one knee out. And we'll run here in that position for 15 seconds, okay? I'll keep an eye on the rest time. Work when I say to work, rest when I say to rest, change when I say to change. Okay, we're starting in 5 seconds. Assume the squat position. 3, 2, 1, down we go. Into our 90-degree squat position, and we hold. Tummy stays in tight, so I make sure I'm not overextending. I make sure I'm not rounding. The weight is sitting evenly through my feet. I'm not collapsing forwards. Use your hands to help you balance if you need to. That's 20 seconds gone. So we don't want to be in a full squat. Okay, we want to be up knees level, knees and hips level. 3, 2, 1, into our jumps. Nice and soft with the landings. Okay, keep jumping. As many reps as we can get in. 3, 2, 1, rest there. Good. Down for our press ups next. So a regular old standard press up. We start in 5 seconds. And we're going to go 30, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and controlled. It's not about how many reps we can get in here. It's about the quality, making sure that I'm not snaking, coming off the floor, that my hips aren't dropping, that I'm not stopping half or quarter of the way down. Good. Another 5 seconds. Chest and shoulders lower at the same time. Ready for sprinters in 3, 2, 1, we go. Keep the hips and shoulders level, so you don't want hips high. Hips and shoulders nice and square. Good. Keep that going. 3, 2, 1. Time there. Nice. One of those down. 20 seconds. We're back to our squat hold. Ready? In 5. Assume the squat position. 3, 2, 1. Down we come. We hold. Making sure I'm using all of my foot. So I'm using where the weight's coming down through my ankle into the floor. I'm also got pressure through the ball of my foot and through my little toe. So I'm not sitting too far back. I feel like I'm going to fall over. I'm not so far forward that my heels are off the floor. Good. We don't want to be too deep. Getting ready for our jumps. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and soft with the landing. We should be jumping and landing in the same spot, not traveling across the lounge or the kitchen or wherever it is you're doing this. Okay? Good. 3, 2, 1. Time there. 15 seconds to transition down to our push-ups. Ready in 5, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So we don't need loads of reps. We want to be able to come to that bottom position and have hips and shoulders touch the floor at the same time and push to the top. If we're struggling with that, we can lower down, drop to our knees, come back up. Good. Keep that going. 3, 2, 1, into our sprinters. Hips and shoulders stay same height. And then I'm running in this press up position. We don't want hips going too high as we bring that knee up. The knees coming in nice and low. Almost there. Time. Good job. One more time. We start in 20 seconds. Holds first, then our jumps. Ten seconds. Ready, assume the position. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Hold. Staying in a good, strong position. We want to make sure that hip and knees are roughly the same height. We don't want to be too high, and we don't want to be sitting all the way at the bottom of our squat. Okay? I want to be active throughout, thinking about pushing the floor away, but not moving. Get ready for our jumps. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's jump from the same kind of height, guys. Okay? We don't want to be coming all the way down, and we don't want to be jumping too short. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time there. Press ups next. Down to the floor. Press ups and sprinters to finish. So remember, we need to keep the quality. 3, 2, 1. Let's press up. So this will also be a good abdominal exercise. It's like a moving plank, okay? We're making sure that we are controlling what's happening through my pelvis and lower back. 10 seconds, a few more reps, and then we hold the top position for our sprinters. Keep going, guys. 3, 2, 1. Time for our sprinters. Hips stay level with the shoulders so we don't end up too high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time there. Good job. Nice. Block one done. Slightly different concept now. We're going to do what I call a clock reach. Okay, so we're going to stand on one leg. And for 30 seconds, I'm going to reach and touch 12 o'clock as far out as I can for 12. Then I'm going to go at about 45 degrees, somewhere around about 10 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and 7 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, and then across to 5 or 4. Okay, once they get sideways, they become more like a lunge. So when I get to 6, I'm dropping here, and when I come around this way, I'm dropping into like a curtsy lunge. Okay, so if you're balancing on your right leg, you'll go 12, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5 or 4, and then back to the start. Repeat around for 30 seconds, and we switch straight over into working the same deal on the other leg. Just loop that for 30 seconds. We're trying to reach as far as possible, but the foot stays glued to the floor. Okay? Once we've done both sides, we've then got split jumps, which is in our split squat position. We just switch legs. Just enough to be able to switch. Both legs land at the same time. Both legs land at the same time. So it's not 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're jumping high enough to scissor the legs back into the opposite side. 30 seconds on each, 30 seconds rest. So it's a 2-minute block. We're doing 3, all right? This is going to be taxing on the legs. We're doing it 3 times round. 15 seconds. Doesn't matter which side you start with. I'm going to start on this side. This is my right side. It might look like the left side if you're on Instagram. 3, 2, 1. I balance. I reach forwards. I reach out at 45 degrees. I reach out at 90. I reach back at 45. Straight back behind. And then into that plie. Okay, so here I'm reaching forwards, I'm reaching out, I reach sideways, I reach back and out, I reach straight back, and I'm here all the time. I'm trying to control that knee position. 3, 2, 1, and then we switch sides. So I'm not allowing my knee to fall about or move. I'm trying to get my knee to travel forwards every time, irrespective of where my other foot is traveling. Seven seconds. Good. Just keep pumping the reps up. Stay in balance. 3, 2, 1. Into our split position for our jumps. Again, we're looking to land good solid position. We don't want to land on the tightrope. Both feet land at the same time. I'm trying not to land too short. I want to be out in a good stable position. 10 seconds to go, less than 10. Nice soft landings. Both feet hitting the floor, same time. 3, 2, 1, time rest there. Whoo! We got 2 more rounds of that. Just going to pump the legs up. Howdy guys. I don't know how late you were. We're 20 minutes in. Nearly. Here we go. 5 seconds. So we're starting with our reaches. Okay, we balance on one leg and we got our clock reaches. 3, 2, 1. If I'm balancing on my right leg, I reach to 12, out to 10, out to 9, back towards 7, straight back to 6, curtsy towards 5. All right, so I go forward and out, straight out, and you'll notice now that when I go back here, it becomes more of a lunge. Straight back and a curtsy. Good. 3, 2, 1. Let's change legs. Down and out, forward and out, straight out to the side, out and back, straight back, curtsy. All the time I'm coming back to that start point, okay? 10 seconds. Good, getting ready for our jumps in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice and soft on those landings. Making sure that it's not one foot then the other. Trying to get high enough to be able to switch my feet and land with that back knee nice and soft. 10 seconds. All the time, making sure I land on the train strap, not on the tightrope. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's time. We got 1 more round. We have 1 more round. 15 seconds. Starting with our reaches first. My quads are starting to feel it a bit now. So remember, we're reaching as far as we can in each position. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I squat and reach. I squat and reach. I almost lunge and reach. So I'm trying to put my foot down as late as possible. Staying balanced all the time. So I don't want my knee to follow where my foot is going. I'm trying to keep this leg looking pretty sensible all the time. 3, 2, 1. We switch legs. We reach and we lightly touch with the toe. Almost imagine that you're trying to push something away from you. Sliding it away with your foot. Good. Nearly ready for our jumps. We've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Into our split position. And we jump. If you're starting to struggle with the jumps, it's going to become a reverse lunge. Switch. Okay. That's what we're moving to if we can't keep up with the jumps. Ten seconds to go. I'm trying to stay in place. I don't want to be moving forwards as I jump. Time there. Beautiful. All right. Coming into the last little block now. Okay. Our last little block for this evening is 3 exercises, and they're all in, they all flow from one position to the next, okay? So we're going to start with a bear toe tap, okay? So a bear position is from our hands and knees, plant the feet into the floor and lift off, and then from there, I'm going to toe tap on opposite sides. Okay? So right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. We hold that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to do our kick throughs. We used kick throughs a couple of weeks ago. They're a great conditioning tool. So from the bear crawl position, we sit back and then I step a foot outside the hand and I kick through, and then I'm going to jump back to that position, step the foot outside the hand and kick through. And I can start to link it together. Okay? And build up the speed. We can break it down into its component parts and build it slowly. If you struggle to get kick straight through, you're going to kick out to the opposite side. Okay? And then we finish. When we finish our kick throughs, we come down and we're going to lie back into an alternating toe tap. We go all the way stretched out, trying to keep our lower back flat to the floor, so trunk engaged, up and touch, and switch. So our lower back needs to stay flat to the floor all the time. We lift the leg. If your hamstrings are tight, bend the knee and tap the shin of the knee, okay? So, bear toe taps, kick throughs. On the last kick through, lie it back, alternating toe taps. 30, 30, 30, 30 seconds rest. 3 rounds. This is going to be tough on the core. It's definitely going to get your heart rate up as well. Good news, we've got 15 seconds before we go. We need to start on our hands and knees. Five seconds. Down we come. Hands and knees. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up we go. And then we alternate toe tap. Try not to move the body too much. So we don't want to end up with our hips really high. We're trying to stay in as much of a good bear crawl position as we possibly can. Keep going. We have 10 seconds to go. And then we got our kick throughs next, remember? 3, 2, 1. In that bear crawl position, shift the weight back, step right foot to right hand, and then kick through. And then jump back, other side. If you're struggling with the kick through, we can kick a little bit more out to the side. Stay with it, keep going, 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Roll it over, lay it flat, straight into your alternating toe taps. Lower back stays flat to the floor. Opposite hand to foot, lie back down, switch sides. Core should be lighting up now. So the only thing that comes off the floor is the arm, the shoulder, maybe your head. On whichever side you kick up. 3, 2, 1. Time there. 1 done. 2 to go. 15 seconds. Bear crawl position, we go in 5, 3, 2, 1, bear crawl, and then tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Making sure that we don't get too much shift in the body weight from side to side, in case we don't want to end up falling over. Making sure that you've got good strength from the supporting hand to the supporting leg. 10 seconds. So really pushing hard with the arm and the leg to be able to get that tap, and then switch. Ready for the kick throughs in 3, 2, 1. Hand outside the foot, kick through, and jump back. Same on the other side. Remembering that you can kick out, rather than kicking through towards 12, kick out towards 10 and 2, or even if you're really struggling, out towards 6 and 9. 3, 2, 1, last one, we roll over, lie it down, alternating toe taps. When we're laying down, we don't want our rib cage flaring. Trying to keep rib cage down, pelvis tucked, almost squeezing the glutes as well to have lower back stay flat to the floor. Less than 10 seconds now. Non-working hand needs to try and stay glued to the floor. 3, 2, 1, time. One more round. How's the core feeling? One more round. 15 seconds. 5, bear crawl position. 3, 2, 1. Good strong position. And we tap and tap. Now the narrower your hands and feet are, the less of a stable base you're going to have, and it's going to be really hard. So make sure your hands are just outside shoulders, feet are just outside hip width, so that when we get that tap, we can stay relatively flat and straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into our kick throughs. So hand towards foot, kick through, jump back. So you want to see a good projection of your hips from back to through. Good. Remember, you can kick out a little bit if you need to. 5 seconds to go. Stay with it. 3, 2, 1. We sit through and we alternate in toe tap. Let's finish strong. Non-working hand and foot stay down on the floor. Remember, you can reach to the knee or the shin if you've got a bit of hamstring tightness. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time. Good job, guys. Outstanding stuff. If you did join in late, guys, I'm going to post this workout straight away. Okay, as soon as we finish the cool down, I'm going to post it straight onto Instagram so that you can pick up the rest of it. All right, cool. Okay, we're not really going to do a great deal in our cool down. We're going to stretch the anterior trunk a little bit of hip flexors and quads, and that'll be us for today. So we are going to start in our very familiar half kneeling position. Front foot out in front of the knee, back knee under the hip. Take the body weight forwards, rest your hands on that front leg, and then allow your hips to drop through towards the floor. Good job, guys. Slowly release. Same on the other side. Good, sitting through into that front hip. Spaced out for a minute there. Good, nice and steady. Relax. Come down onto the front. You can either come into a little baby cobra, lifting the chest, pinning the hips down, feeling the stretch along the front of your abs. You can also come up into a more of an upward facing dog, squeezing the glutes, lifting and opening the chest, peeling even the hips off the floor to stretch all down through that anterior part of the body. If you're feeling anything through your lower back, just a slight bend of the elbows. Take the strain away from your lower back. Good, nice and slowly lower down to the floor and just roll onto one side and pick your shoe up, pick your foot up by where your laces would be, front of the foot. Keep the knees down and together. Draw your foot up towards your backside, your heel towards your backside, and make sure that you're not arching the body and opening and flaring the body. Okay, so keep your abs pulled in nice and tight so that stretch can come all down through the front of the quad. Good, nice and slowly release. Roll onto the other side. Pick your foot up by the laces, knees down and together. Set the core nice and tight, rib cage flat to the body. Draw your heel towards your backside and squeeze your glute, and that will give you a nice deep stretch down through the front. Good, nice and slowly release. And we're done.